Hello, beauty-filled world. Shae Bryant here with you. Whew, it is Tuesday. We are into May, and I am Sovereign Shae. Fun little rhyme there. And I am just checking in. I have done some I Am Sovereign Shae live videos before I went to Egypt. And I have not restarted those yet, but here we are restarting them right now. I'm a very honest, vulnerable person. That's why I like doing these. I believe that's the answer to health. So just got out of the shower. I'm nice and sweaty and a little warm and just contemplating here every morning. I'm sure you as well in this COVID opportunity that we are in, to wake up and to find ground where there might not be any ground. And I'm a huge fan of Pema Chodron. If you know who this beautiful, amazing woman teacher, her name is Pema Chodron, and she wrote a book, When Things Fall Apart. Would highly recommend it for right now. And in short and gist, and what I'm really grounding into today and wanted to share, because I know that we're all having a different experience during this COVID opportunity, but we're having a different experience. So some of us, are having definitely like this sanctuary, and we're having time and we're enjoying it, and we have all the resources we need, and then it's maybe a wonderful experience. And then there's some of us, and I'm more in that category, where there's a little more, you could say, chaos or unknowing or ungroundedness, or even the word destruction in our lives. And so there's millions of us having these really different experiences. And I find this very beautiful to watch, and how people are supporting each other and communicating, but just recognizing the extreme spectrum of experience during this COVID opportunity. And so, if you're having a rock star time at it, I am so thrilled for you. I'm very thankful for that. But I would like to speak to those of us that maybe aren't having the most rock star experience during this. And so, as I titled, this is I Am Sovereign Shae, but for today's, little video here, it's how do we remain sovereign in the destruction? So if you're one of the people like myself who's experiencing more of a time of destruction, of things shifting, maybe even of chaos, of that ungroundedness that I spoke of, well, how do we find sovereignty when the ground is moving beneath us, or when it's been pulled out from underneath us? There's a beautiful poem called The Guest House by the Sufi poet Rumi. And he speaks to this of every day there's a new visitor. And that visitor might be someone who comes into your house and strips it of its furniture and takes everything you own away from you. And can you still remain open to that experience? Can you still believe that the universe is always working for you, and for your highest good, and for your evolution, and for your learning, and for your ability to increase in love? That all the experiences that are happening are actually for us and for that. So these are radical practices of, if your life is falling apart, or if there's a state of destruction somewhere, we are so used to finding our ground, our identity, our so-called sovereignty from those external things, from who we are and what we have and what we do. And I have found this time to be very challenging in the destruction of a lot of things of my own life and my business, and my own finances, and lots and lots of things up in the air, and you could even say in turmoil or in chaos. So if our sovereignty is on something external and something that can shift that easily, right? The rug pulled out from underneath you in just a day or in a month, right? If we're basing our sovereignty on that, then we are going to suffer immensely. Now, we might still have pain through it. It's not saying that it's all joyful and easy to watch your life kind of fall apart. But if we are very, very truthful with ourselves, spiritual sovereignty can occur irregardless of our situation. And the reason I focus so much on sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty, which I define as alignment with self and alignment with source. And not your ego self, not the self that's like, I'm sovereign over all this. I'll make it. I'll dominate. That's the old paradigm. That's the patriarchy. That's what's dying. That's the very destruction we're seeing all around us. It doesn't work. So there's a lot of good things falling away, such as that type of sovereignty, egoic. As I define sovereignty, it's a little higher level and maybe even harder to get to, because it means it's an act of surrender. True sovereignty is that you are surrendering your ego. True sovereignty is that you accept yourself as you are, which means you might have to accept yourself in the mess. You might have to accept yourself standing in the pile of shit, your own pile, a pile that you maybe even self-created. And I consider self-sovereignty to be, can I stand with myself during this? Can I be with myself through this? Can I finally forego and forgive and give up those habits of self-abuse, self-degradation, of whipping myself, of using adrenaline and fear to get myself motivated? Could I stop that kind of abuse and those fuel sources, because they are not going to bring me to sovereignty? And sometimes when things are falling around us externally, our old habits kick into gear, and we might feel that fear as a fuel source, and we might feel our anxiety, and we might feel like we have to whip it into shape, and we have to figure it out, and we got to get this. And I'm saying, we're in this COVID opportunity, and I get it. My life's all falling apart like crazy all around me. But I don't want to treat myself that way. I don't want to build a new earth, a new life for myself based on that fuel source and based on that relationship with myself. I've had a horrific relationship with myself for the beginning of my life. And in these past 10 years in particular, it's really been shifting into sovereignty. And sovereignty doesn't mean you got it all together. Sovereignty is how you're going to get closer to getting it all together externally, but we know this. There's nothing external that lasts. You're going to lose your house, you're going to lose your body, you're going to lose your job, because you're going to die. So focusing on what is real. The only thing that's real in this world is our awareness, our consciousness, our ability to connect with ourself, our ability to connect with source, and then pull that love, and be that in this world, and connect deeply for real with others. And that's one of the most beautiful things during this COVID opportunity is, just seeing strangers, even in the grocery store, in a mask, and you're seeing each other. I see people seeing each other more through this. And so just giving voice to, are we seeing ourselves? And can we allow the destruction, maybe the chaos around us, maybe parts of our lives to fall away? And just like that Rumi poem, can we embrace it? Can we allow it? Can we even have the faith and the hope that everything is happening for me? Everything is happening for my awakening. Everything is happening for me to shift my relationship with myself. So, in case you are in a state of destruction in your life, recognize that your own sovereignty with yourself, it's not dependent upon that. And that you still are a worthy, holy, amazing, awesome human with so much to give and so much potential. Irregardless of your external situation. I love you guys. Those of you that are doing the work with yourself and attempting to love yourself more and love yourself more through this and birth a new earth that, well, we're in the middle of the birthing pains here in this COVID opportunity. I'll be back here on Thursday at 11 if I can stay sovereign in it and make myself do it. I really enjoy this. So Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 for May. I am Sovereign Shae on Facebook. I'll be back doing this. By the way, I post all these later onto my YouTube page, which is Shae Bryant. And just want to let you guys know that this Thursday is a full moon in Scorpio. You might already be feeling that. And we're also in the Beltane portal, which is really awesome. So this Thursday, I'm having a Moon Manifestival online at 11 a.m. Central, and you are invited. I've got a sliding scale so that anybody can participate. I'm going to record it, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So this Thursday at 11, Moon Manifestival with Shae. You are invited. It's on my website at ShaeBryantWellness.com. And also, I've got Pilgrim Within, which is just epic. It's my greatest love right now in this year. And Pilgrim Within is a 7-month virtual spiritual pilgrimage. And it starts June 1st, and we go from summer solstice to winter solstice. We travel each 7 months through temples within ourselves, the 7 chakras. So if you are interested in the moon, and you're interested in birthing a new earth, and you're interested in seriously healing yourself and also having the tools to impact this world positively, then I'd love to have you on board. So again, ShaeBryantWellness.com. You can check out the Moon Manifestivals. Got one this Thursday. And Pilgrim Within that starts at the end of this month. So let me know if you are interested in any of that. But otherwise, sending you immense love and support. We really are in this together. So just making sure that we're with ourselves and giving that love and that support to ourselves. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to have an awesome day. I'm going to go teach some Pilates right now. Sending love.